Pan That Palette update number 6 for this year, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different going forward because I feel like I've made all the progress I'm going to be able to make on the palette that I had selected the last 6 to 7 months. So that palette is the Naked the first one by Urban Decay. And while I love this palette, I've reached for it so much the last 6 to 7 months that I'm ready to move on. And I used a lot of this palette before even putting it in a project like this. So I've pretty much, Naked right here. Wait, that's Sin. Naked right here. I'm not the project panner to watch if you want me to repress a powder. More power to those people that do that, and I watch plenty of them that do that, but I just don't have the time nor the desire to do that when I have so many other products in my collection. So I feel like Naked's pretty much done for me. There's a little bit at the bottom that I could probably get out with my brush without completely ruining my brush, but I'm not going to repress this. I'm not going to do it. So I'm calling that one pretty much done. And then I mentioned in the last update that Half Baked was making my eyes itch, so definitely not reaching for that anymore. And then these darker shades, I'm just not drawn to them. Like these shades I really used as a liner in the past, and I wasn't putting them all over my lid. I do love Virgin and Sin and Sidecar, and I do love Buck, and I'll reach for them now and again, but I'm gonna go ahead and call this project complete for me. And I got good use out of this palette, even though it doesn't seem like it really on camera. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep it in my collection and reach for it for those days that I'm, have, the motivation and, the desire to reach for it. But what I'm going to do from now on, I think, at least the foreseeable couple of months anyway, is do one month, one palette or something like that. I think that's what it's called. Probably should have looked that up before this video. Pretty sure it's called 1 month, 1 palette, where you pick a palette that you want to reach for the month and work on that. There's really no goal for me to hit pan and to use up an entire palette. I really don't have that many palettes in my collection. I did a makeup inventory on my Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and I want to say I have like 5 or 6 eye palettes, and in the grand scheme of YouTube, that's a pretty low amount for an eye palette collection. So I'm going to show the introduction picture for the Naked, and then I'm going to show you where I am today, and then we'll be done with this project for the year. Okay, so the 1 month, 1 palette that I've been reaching for the month of July pretty much, and I'm going to continue it until my next update, probably in the middle of August, since it's the middle of July currently, is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And I know I've said this before, this has kind of gotten a reputation on YouTube by, limited edition or not, hyped up. But I love this palette. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I am so glad that I fell for the hype and got this palette. I think I missed out on it the first time, but I got it the second time around, and I don't regret it. I really don't. I love this palette. So I have been reaching for this, like I mentioned, in my everyday makeup drawer almost every day. I'm wearing this today on my eyes with a blue eyeliner that I forgot to put eye primer on, so it's a little creasy, but I'm just cleaning my house today, so. But it does smell like peaches, so if you're very sensitive to smell, probably not the one for you. And if you're not really into warm tones or very warm shimmery shades, this probably isn't the palette for you, but it has some really interesting pops of color. I love Bellini, I love Just Peachy right here. And then the Candied Peach right here is a very interesting color because it's like a matte shade, but then it has glitter in it. So I guess it's a glitter shade. But I love this palette, and I've reached for it every day in place of the Naked palette in July. So I'm gonna continue reaching for this through the rest of July and then halfway through August, and then I'll pick another palette to kind of focus on. So I'll show you where I am. Oops. Did I just put my fingernail in it? No, I did. Okay. Here's where I am currently. And like I said, I'm not gonna, my nail is now purple. I'm not going to be hitting pan on anything by any means, but we'll just see how I do over the next month, and we'll probably put in, you know, some single shades that I have to kind of go in combination with this palette, but I just want to do something different. And you know, the whole point of project panning is getting use out of the products that you have and that you love, and that's how I feel about, you know, this project for me. Is I feel like my love for the Naked palette has run its course for this year anyway, and I want to focus on the palettes that I have in my collection that have been neglected the last 6 or 7 months. So that is how this project is going to go from now on. I hope you can understand my transition into the 1 month 1 palette, and you know, more success, and or not more, yeah, more success. You know, all the good luck to those that are continuing to work on their palettes for the Pan That Palette yearly challenge. I will continue to watch those as well. And if you are not already subscribed, I would love to have you a part of my family here on YouTube. So please hit that subscribe and the like button, and comment down below if you'd like to leave me a little comment, and I will see you in my next video.